Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is the daily update. We're going to start with Bitcoin as usual with the channeling to observe our price position from the base channel that we have, of course, from a potential double 1-2 here. As we mentioned, of course, we cannot be in a 1-2-3 here. This is not a wave 3. This is an expanding diagonal, which is not allowed, of course, to be a wave 3. Therefore, we have to consider double 1-2, and our wave 3 is currently unfolding, of course, from this base channel. We would like to see the wave 3 breaking out the 1-to-1 fib level, taken from the W, X, and Y as possibility, because there is a possibility to push for higher. If we break it again, and then we break with it the base channel, oh wow, that will be, of course, a great signal that we are pushing toward the downside finally, but we don't have it yet. Unfortunately, we're still ranging right now between the bullish and the bearish signals. That means deep signal here for deep correction that is very close. It's very close. By invalidation of the second 1-2 here, that is definitely, of course, an invalidation for anything bullish. And that means, of course, we're going deeper in a correction. Now, in case that we push for higher, definitely then we want to take this high as a confirmation that we are unfolding something as an impulse towards the upside. Shallow bear market or deep bear market, we're still ranging in between them, and we still have no decision yet from the market so far, but I believe we're very close, guys. So if we dive inside it, here, or before diving inside it, let me just explain what it might happen in case we get, of course, higher prices as shallow bear market. Of course, we have three possibilities here at least. Of course, we still have the W, X, and Ys, but no need, of course, to confuse you guys. The most possible scenarios right now are the triangle, where you have finished a zigzag wave A, B, C, D, and a E, meaning, of course, finishing a sideways triangle that it might take forever. The same as we got something like this here in this area. It might repeat itself like a triangle very sideways and then pushing directly towards the downside for a short wave C. This might make the 0.618 for a wave C taken from the A, B, and a C here, and then pushing towards the upside after hitting, of course, our target at the red zone here, 0.3856 at least, and can be 44K in case, of course, this triangle unfolds here for a wave C. Yes, can be a possibility to push for higher from there. Now, another possibility is the regular flat, meaning A, B, and a C. This regular flat requires, of course, the 0.7, 0.9 fib level at least to hit this target as a wave B there. In this case, you need, of course, here 3 waves. If we don't get a 3 waves, then okay, we cannot consider it unless we get something impulsive. That means, of course, you finished here a 3 waves. If in case we get something very impulsive, meaning 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, well, we might already reach this target, which is a wave B, right? In this case, if we are still corrective, because the time is required here, we cannot be bullish without reaching this minimum requirement of time based on the wave 1 here and then wave 2, and you need, of course, large 3 waves, corrective. Meaning, if we are very bullish here, that might transform to a zigzag, somehow like that, getting, of course, the $150, $130 in your all-time high here, and then pushing aggressively for a wave C toward the downside in an expanding flat, which we have also as a probability over here. Meaning, of course, the probability for an expanding flat is very, very likely to happen, especially, guys, if something happens like, okay, the war is finished, everything, peace is coming back, and so on, solution everywhere. Yeah, we live in a horrible word, but I don't know if this is gonna happen. But basically, guys, can be, of course, a possibility for something very massively bullish, that it can reach a new all-time high. Yeah, like somehow tricking everyone. We're pushing towards the 200K, and then suddenly an aggressive wave C unfold towards the 56 again, because this target has to be taken sooner or later as a shallow bear market. Now, deep bear market, well, we need a signal for it, guys. Which is very, very close. The bear market confirmation is over there. $62K, $591 is our signal for a deep bear market, meaning if the price is taken, if this price simply is touched only by touching it, that means we are bearish in a deep bear market. By touching it, even if it bounced back, that's it. It's done. It's finished. That means, of course, we might be looking for lower. Of course, there is one possibility which is very low still, which is the triangle, meaning if we touch it and we push for higher, you might still have this triangle, but at the end it's going to be bearish again. Yeah? But if we touch it, that means, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might unfold toward the downside. So two possibilities here. If we take this price, that means, of course, yes, sideways, so which is bearish at the end, or it can be simply taking a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the downside. So we'll see, of course, how this is going to happen. If we dive inside it on the 1 hour chart, we see, of course, our two probability here. Of course, the market, to make it complicated for us, it doesn't give us always a clear signal, especially when we are looking for a decision between bullish and bearish. So if we are in 1, 2, another expanding diagonal, which is a motive wave, 5 ways, which it can be also playing as a wave 1 here. Another wave 2, given we're still ranging around the wave 2, 0.786 here, taken from the wave 1 to the wave 2. And this to make it much more harder for us without taking the 886 yet. That means, of course, yeah, the probability for bullish is still there in case we are in a 1-2 here and then pushing for higher. We're going to dive inside the micro. But yeah, the probability is still there as 1-2, 1-2, guys. And it can still say, oh, I just took until the extreme borders for the wave 2 here and then pushing for higher in wave 3. It happens, guys. It happened before even with Bitcoin. But yeah, we got to watch. To make sure that this is something bearish, we don't need only the 886, but we need the $62K $512 bear market taking the low of this wave 1-2, meaning total elimination of anything bullish, meaning this if this is a motive wave as a wave 1, that means, of course, it can play as a wave 2. If taken here the low, then it's gone. Once this is gone, therefore the previous 1-2 is gone, therefore very bearish. Okay, and this will end up, of course, as an ABC, meaning this was a wave C, not a wave 1. So now the fight is this is a wave 1 or a wave C for an A, B, and a C, or is it double 1-2? So yeah, very tricky, but the highest probability is, of course, for the wave C here, meaning ABC, that it can be, of course, I mean, currently, based on the price, yes, it can be a wave C, and especially that we're very, very close, and we still see some weaknesses, but yeah, we cannot make sure of it before taking really the low. And that because, of course, the formation yesterday of this impulse is a question mark. Is a question mark because still even until now today is a question mark, because if we were bullish as well, why we didn't continue? Yeah, we took the 0.618 already for a 1-2. Now it made 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning, again, it's still corrective. I mean, it's still an expanding flat. And if this is an expanding flat hitting again the area over there, that means, of course, ABC, wave 2 again, and then pushing for higher. Or is it gonna be a W, X, and a wave Y, finish 3 waves, and this is the impulse unfolding towards the downside. So we still, of course, have also an impulse here. In both case scenario, it can be an A, B, and a C expanding flat, which is the highest probability, and that means, oopsie, we can push for higher again, tricking us. Or it can be a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, breaking the low. Yeah, breaking the low, getting the 1-to-1 fib level even. Yeah, so meaning finishing an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning your wave 4 here is a W, X, and a wave Y. You mean 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, and then we push in an impulse towards the downside here as a large A, B, and a C. But guess what? This is gonna play still as a potential 1-2, even if you take the 886. I cannot, of course, somehow, how to say, I cannot give this threat, I mean, for rebound here, just like being directly bearish. I cannot like ignore this threat to push toward the upside. Okay, this is what I mean with it. I'm gonna watch it until the end, until we take this price, guy. I cannot say we are bearish even without taking it. Once we take the confirmation, then I confirm it, because the market is very tricky. Yeah, so be careful. It's very, very tricky. Sometimes it takes the 886, take the 1-to-1, and then being bullish again. Then, yeah, putting us in a very, very bad situation. So, yeah. So this is regarding Bitcoin. I'm going to watch what's going to happen. I'm still looking for the 62K 512 at the 15-minute chart. Be careful from an expanding flat, meaning a 1, ABC wave 2, and then pushing for higher. If broken, okay, that's good. That's a good signal. Then we have to watch another level, which is a 63K. I know that there are a lot of levels here, guys. A lot, yes. And this is what happens exactly when you start to get a potential confirmation of bear market and getting out of the bull market here, or the shallow bear market, which it might require higher prices. So you're gonna face a lot of supports in this area, because the market knows it and feels it, that if we get closer to this low, things might get out of hand. And that's why you're gonna start to see a lot of supports in this area. If broken, that means sellers are still stronger, then the bear market push on. That was it for Bitcoin, the daily analysis. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.